Now we're shaking the ground, one spark, one voice, just listen to the sound. Ash had the vision and we caught the flame. Now the world is dancing, calling our name from the shadows. We rose with the light, every heartbeat said hold on tight. This isn't luck, this is earned with soul, and baby we're headed for the ultimate goal. We're winning now, can't hold us down. Got the rhythm of a kingdom, wearing the crown. Feel the beat, let the truth be loud. This is our time and we're dancing proud. We're winning now, can't fake this fire. Fueled by faith and a dream that won't tire. With Ash in the lead, we made our vow. Raise your hands, we're winning now. No more waiting, we're on that wave. Power in motion, bold and brave. Together we rise, together we shine. One team, one rhythm, cross the finish line. They said it was crazy, said we'd fall, but they didn't see the writing on the wall. We built this with love, brick by soul, and now we're dancing toward our goal. We're winning now, can't hold us down. Got the rhythm of a kingdom, wearing the crown. Feel the beat, let the truth be loud. This is our time and we're dancing proud. We're winning now, can't fake this fire. Fueled by faith and a dream that won't tire. With Ash in the lead, we made our vow. Raise your hands, we're winning now. I showed us the dream, we brought the glow. Now we're flying, let the whole world know. We were made for this, it's our destiny. And this groove is our victory. Some didn't believe, now they're watching us rise. With fire in our step and stars in our eyes. No turning back, we've come too far. We're moving like a comet, brighter than stars. We're winning now, can't hold us down. Got the rhythm of a kingdom, wearing the crown. Feel the beat, let the truth be loud. Sing it strong and sing it proud. Winning now, hearts on fire. Pushed by vision, fueled by desire. With love and loyalty, we show them how. No stopping us, we're winning now. No stopping us, we're winning now.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
If you could just try it and not get burnt, okay. They're not designed that way. That's the reason I care. I'm not mad at anybody. You do whatever it is you want to do. But I've warned people of things 6 years ago, and I would do it now. But we're way past that. I don't, people tell me, this guy posted this guy posted that. I don't care anymore.
We'll see about that. Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, amazing day. It is a nice day. I'm having a good day, although we are getting a thunderstorm. It's been off and on for the last couple days. It can't decide if it wants to storm or not, I guess. But other than that, it's been an interesting day. I thought that we would just do a little update on Onpassive today because we do have an update with the SEC case. So I thought that we would discuss that, discuss their wonderful, amazing new back office message, of course, because I haven't really touched on that much. And then I thought that it would be nice if we actually watched Chris's final actual goodbye speech from his show. And then we would give Marty and Mike Ellis's new show a watch and just kind of see how we like it. Is it the same? Is it, do they have charisma? Is there chemistry between them? Can they joke like Chris and Marty did? What are the vibes of the new show? So I thought that would be fun for us to do today. So that's what we're doing. Warn like this won't launch for 8 years. That's right. Hello, little Miss Lulu. Good to see you. And Albs and Joe and Violet. Good to see you. I'm glad that you could make it. So I thought that first what we'll do is we'll do the back office announcement, because the back office announcement came out on the 4th of July. So as you can see here, it says, the spark of something new. As we here in the USA reflect on the meaning of our July 4th Independence Day, a time when bold visionaries stood up to injustice and lit the flame of a new beginning, may we all be reminded that great and wonderful things can often arise from difficult challenges. I'm sure you know what they're trying to say with that. It's in that same spirit that we want you to know something new and exciting is in the works. While we can't share full details just yet, in the days ahead, you'll see for yourself that we'll be bringing you updates we are confident you'll want to see. Keep checking back here at O News for the latest, which I was like, O News? What's O News? Like, it's the back office. I didn't realize that the area you click on was apparently called O News. Did anyone else? Did I miss something? But I guess, yeah, we're getting these from O News now. Then it says, the story isn't over. In fact, it is just the beginning. Or they say, like Joe says, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that is the O News from the back office, which of course was updated. Well, it was updated the night before the 4th of July, so July 3rd. So that was so exciting. Oh, news. Sorry. Oh, shit. Right? I'm like, what news? But I've never even heard them refer to it as that before. So I was like, what? Ash needed to release a product. So here you go. Oh, news. It's like nothing's going on. So they were like, you know what we could do? We could just tell them that the back office area is now O News. And maybe they'd be excited about that. You know? It doesn't take much, right? It doesn't take much. And the bar's pretty low, as we know. So there has been an update in the case between the SEC and Ash Mufareh and Onpassive and his wife as the relief defendant. There is a joint notice advising court of status of proposed settlement. So I'll just read it to you. Plaintiff Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC or Commission, defendants Ashraf Mufareh, and Onpassive LLC, Onpassive collectively, defendants, and relief defendant Asmahan Mufareh, the relief defendant, collectively the parties, respectfully submit this joint notice advising the court of the status of the proposed settlement in accordance with the joint notice filed by the parties on May 7th, 2025. The Division of Enforcement and the defendants have come to an agreement in principle on the terms of a proposed settlement, which now must be approved by the commission. So that means that Ash's team and the SEC lawyers have apparently reached a settlement that they are now taking to the SEC and waiting for them. So it's kind of in the same position, although this time now they are saying, yes, we have reached somewhat of a settlement. The parties request that the court maintain the stay of this action to conserve judicial and party resources while these issues are resolved. Unless otherwise ordered, the parties will file another joint notice advising the court of the status of the proposed settlement on or before September 5th, 2025. So, in other words, it got pushed to September 5th, 2025. I mean, technically, this is what was happening in the last one, although they didn't say that they had come to an agreement in the principle on the terms of a proposed settlement. So now it seems that they are closer to making some kind of settlement, a deal. Sounds like they might have. But they just, again, have to wait for the SEC to kind of look at it and be like, yeah, this is okay. We can do this. Ash gets to enjoy a long summer. Yeah. Right? And then, of course, it's signed by all of the lawyers. It was a joint, so that means that the SEC lawyers as well as Ash's lawyers were filing this together. So they all signed the bottom of it. Another thing that was interesting, and I can't get access to this document, but hopefully I will in future, is that there is a withdrawal as attorney, which also happened here. So I'm not really sure what is going on with that. I am not a lawyer. I am just reading these documents. I have many years of following such cases against MLMs and scams alike. And I'm just going by what I know based off that. But it does look like Ash's attorney is trying to withdraw. So, not really sure what's going on about that. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some more info on that part soon. But yeah, that is the big update on what is going on. So, there's that. There's that. Hello, Kathy. This is just so fascinating. I'm glad you think so. I think so too. So glad I'm not the only one. So yeah, it will be kind of interesting. That's actually a big deal. Come to an agreement in principle. Yes, that means that they have probably reached a settlement amongst themselves, right? But just like with everything, the SEC then has to take a look at it. That's the commission, right? And they have to be like, yep, we can go ahead with this. I'm sure that the lawyers are aware of what the SEC will and won't accept in an agreement. So I'm wondering if maybe they got rid of the director's bar and that's why Ash is so happy. I don't know. When this takes off, said they should discuss all the money they stole from the people of Africa and how they can make amends. Yes, the only thing is that the SEC is in the USA. So they can really only do stuff about the USA. Unfortunately, the people in Africa would have to report to Africa. But I agree. I mean, we discuss it all the time. I mean, technically, according to Ash himself, there's $148 million that has just, like, who knows where it went, Not into the business. There's that. So also, on the 4th of July, the 4th of July was a very big day. It was a very big day for Onpassive. Also on the 4th of July, Chris and Marty had their last show together. As you guys know, they announced that they were doing one last show together. So I have grabbed about 5 minutes worth of that I think is interesting that we're going to watch. Now I want to see the leaders step forward and apologize for pushing this scam all these years. I don't know if they ever will. Especially if they've reached a settlement. I don't know if they ever will say that they did anything wrong. I feel like Ash is just going to pivot. He'll just pivot. And then all of a sudden, the new thing, right, that they keep pumping up now. So, unfortunately, we don't get that very often. We don't get it very often where the scammer goes, oh, you know what? I'm really sorry that I stole $148 million from all of you. And sometimes people leave MLMs and they'll apologize to all the people that they signed up to the MLMs and whatnot. But it's usually not a public thing. It has happened, but it's not very common. That's why we need to speak out about it more. We need to normalize speaking out about this. Normalize saying, hey, I was scammed and this is what happened. I'm telling you my story so that it doesn't happen to you too. Hopefully we can all learn something from this. And that's why, I don't like it when we shame the people that are in MLMs and whatnot. You got to be careful with that kind of thing. But Chris was always, of course, wearing a hat.
Hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Big holiday here in the old USA. Got family coming over today. It looks like it's a beautiful day out, 71. We got a great guest with a great interpreter, once again from the powerful country of Bangladesh.
Will they still be doing the carnivore diet show? I doubt it. They only did a few episodes of it, and then we never heard of it ever again. Jelly.
Chris going to introduce them, and we'll get this party on the road. Go ahead, Chris.
Hi, good morning, buddy. I love you. Hey, I love all of you. Hey.
Just going to fast forward. We had to hear his hey.
It's Academy, we love you. They are still helping people out every day. They're now making their own clothes. Anytime you want to help out Seeds Academy, let me know. I'll give you the right direction to go to. But
okay, so this was confusing to me. All right, Chris mentioned Seeds Academy and then says that Seeds Academy is helping a bunch of people making clothes now. And I thought Seeds Academy, didn't they just graduate? So they graduated Seeds Academy and then they went back to make clothes? I'm just trying to figure out what this whole thing is about, right? And it's every time that Chris mentions Seeds Academy, it confuses me more.
Williams, you're doing awesome. Thank you, brother. And all the educators and kids they were praying for. PNG! Woo-hoo! I want to say that I'm always going to pray for you. This isn't goodbye for Chris. This is just Chris taking a little breaky. I want to thank all my admins real quick. I'm going to get back to you, Ava. Don't you go.
Oh, you didn't know? Why is there a last show? Because Chris and Marty are no longer streaming together. See, this is why you got to also watch the videos and the streams. Yeah, they're no longer streaming together. So on the 4th of July was Marty and Chris's last stream together. So they were doing a last show together. Although they didn't really pump it up much. They could have really gotten a lot of people there if they had promoted it as a last show more. You know what I mean? But they didn't really. Kind of weird. Chris is going to take care of his in real life things, and he said that he was having some relationship issues with his girlfriend that he wanted to sort out. So, there's that. Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Goofus and Doofus out. Get plugged in, people. Shame on you. Megan Lynch took your keyboard for a second. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. She took my Zoom account.
Nowhere. I want to thank all my admins real quick because I forgot to do this yesterday. Norelli, Jean, Delisa, Judy, Minnow, and Mr. Excitement, Johnny B. I want to thank you guys. Stay being my admins because I'm not done. Don't you believe that? I'm taking a little break to get things done. As I explained, I'm not done. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. So stay as my admins. Tell everyone if you want a good admin, any one of those people, they're phenomenal. I'm going to continue praying for everybody every day. And like I said, this isn't bye. This is just I'll see you in a little bit. Chris wants to get crazy stuff done. Today is one of the biggest days. 4th of July for me was always, that's when my goals had.
They're making so much noise and I'm getting so mad. So disrespectful during Chris's goodbye speech.
To happen before the 4th of July. I've done it my whole life. I would say, God, please, Whatever is going to happen, let it happen on the 4th of July because I absolutely love it. I'm excited for this company. I'm excited for Ash Mafara. I'm excited for these two individuals out here. As you can see, they're crazy excited. And I just want to thank everybody. But I'm not going nowhere. Don't you worry about that. All right, Ava, I want to say that keep doing what you're doing. Don't you ever change. Keep fighting these people, bringing them on here. Shine the light. Let's show the world what Bangladesh is all about. Let's show.
First time I heard him say that, I thought he said keep fighting those people. It took me a minute. I was like, oh, finding those people. He said finding. Oh, okay.
Show them the people. Let's show them the culture. Let's show them the food. Ash loves talking about food. And let's blow this up. But we're talking to everyone in the world right now.
Let's blow this up. He says in the USA on the 4th of July.
And we'll pick you. You're going to come out sooner or later from your country, and we're going to get you fired up, or you're going to fire us up. But thank you, two individuals. I love you both. I'm not going to try to say his name because I will definitely mess it up. And keep.
I'm not going to try to say his name because I'll definitely mess it up. But you there, you guy on the screen, you're cool too, man. I love you like family.
Setting those prayers to me, guys. I forgot it.
Yeah, if you look at my community tab right now, you might have to scroll. It might be a couple posts back now. You will see how Chris is doing his prayers now. It's quite impressive.
I'm going to put this in the notes right now. I'm in the chat. Copy.
Okay.
Pick a name. Pick a name every day and pray for somebody. I appreciate it. Did that go through? I sure hope it did. I'm not. We're nothing. There we go.
He's leaving us with homework. Pick a name and pray for them every day.
It went through. Ava, back to you, young lady. Give this guy some back to him work.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
My dear.
He loves Chris so much. It's kind of sad. When I hear Spark use my Onpassive, I think of cavemen battling for hours trying to start a fire by rubbing leaves together. That would be it, right? Can't tell if the sound effects are Marty or if that guy in Bangladesh lives in a bus station or something. I don't know who it was coming from. Pray for that hat to get destroyed. I think Marty had enough of the praying. Maybe. I picked Tina from Chris's word. I feel like he found it annoying, probably. I mean, it did take up half of the show. I kind of don't blame him for that one. Even, like, we all got annoyed by the praying, let's be real. It was like, like, when they were only praying for, like, 10 people at the start, that was one thing. But then we just kept adding to the list, and then the prayers it was 25 minutes of Chris just reading out names. Literally, one of the last ones he did was 25 minutes long. It was just him for 25 minutes doing prayer. So, I mean, I can't blame Marty if, that was part of it, because it's kind of is annoying.
Ash Mafara. This guy, listen, Ash, he's so excited that he's tripping over his own words. I love it.
Right? It'd be like, happy birthday when this takes off. And happy birthday, Jelly Snack. Scam Chan, I'm really sorry about your prostate cancer, my dude. I hope the chemo does you well. And you're like getting whiplash because, and then like halfway through after listing off everyone's ailments and how everybody's dying, he'll be like, oh wait, I forgot. Also, happy birthday to Alps. Almost forgot. It was Alps' birthday today. So it's just like, it's an emotional roller coaster, man. It's an emotional roller coaster ride. You're just happy, sad, happy, sad, happy. It's like, just stop. pick a name you can't pronounce, then pray. Pretty much. That's the thing, is that half of them he wouldn't say right. It's always been just endless calling out names. Prayer for the last couple of years. But remember in 2020 to 2022, yes, they would start with, instead of prayers, it was the shout outs. That's exactly it. And they knew to move the shout outs to the end. And we were happy about that. We liked that change. We were like, yeah, do the shout outs at the end. Because honestly, who's going to sit through 15 minutes of you? Like, that's why the praying was kind of, most people are turning off. Couple minutes into that, they're like, yeah, no, thank you. Some might come back later, but most won't. So I appreciated it when they were doing it at the end. I think it was Red that suggested that everyone should start doing it at the end. He kind of clued into that. I was like, I'm going to start doing my shout outs at the end of my streams now. That way, I can give you the update right away. And yeah, it worked out. Worked out really well for a while. And then it was almost like Chris had to bring it back to the start with the prayers. I don't know why. Don't know why. It felt like half the organ transplant list belonged to O founders. Probably did. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody, God bless you. Have a great Independence Day. And spread the love. Let's say some prayers. Let's put this world back where it should be. Together, we could do anything. I promise you that.
And this is how Chris and Marty's last stream together at the end of this long run of 3 years of them streaming together every day? This is how it ends right here.
Thank you, Ava. Thank you, Mr. H, man.
Thank you.
Ibrahim,
No. Marty, did you end it already?
No.
And then he ends it. And that's it. That's how it ends. And I was like, was he going to do another speech? Was he going to try to wrap it up a little bit more with a pretty bow? What was that? That was so weird. So that's how it ended. And then Chris left Onpassive. And he went off to have a wonderful retirement where he spent every waking moment with his children and grandchildren. And his girlfriend moved in with him and they were happy. And he actually did get to spend his time because he wasn't on Onpassive webinars 24/7. And he got out just before the FBI came to arrest Ash and Marty DeGarmo. It was great. I wish that's how this story ends. But it's probably not going to be how it ends. I do hope that by Chris stepping away, maybe he will see the light. I hope that his family kind of does take this opportunity to maybe try to get him to a little bit, And maybe we won't see him again. But he had already assured us that he wasn't going to be quitting. And that the next time that Ash Mufaro went live, he would be right there. And I have to say, I'll be a little sad if I see him. It's like, go enjoy your life, Chris. Go enjoy your life for a while. Like Ash said, you earned it. So, you earned it, I guess. But, that they had a good run together. It was a fun show. We enjoyed reacting to it. We got hours of entertainment from them. You can't say we didn't. Memes galore, which StreamYard just stole all of my memes from me, by the way. StreamYard just updated, and I can't play my clips anymore. Now I can't play short clips anymore on here. StreamYard, what you doing? Not paying $90 a month. I'm not. But it was a fun sort of atmosphere. Chris brought a certain energy to the show, you know, even though his prayer request, it did kind of like, you know, dragged on for a while, yes. He still did have this energy, and they would kind of banter with each other back and forth, and it was kind of fun, you know? It was fun. The day after this, Mike Ellis and Marty did the first episode of their show. Their new show, which is apparently just going to be live with Marty, Mike, and Dan. Because Dan Street's also supposed to show up. So I thought we would give that a watch and just note the complete different change in the tone of the show now. You know, even watching the last little clip, I think you'll notice that there's quite a change. Quite a change. It's very, very weird. Chris calls it Bangladesh. Yeah, he does. He does.
Hello, everybody. Here it is, the 5th of July, and look who crawled in. Anyway, my partner in crime for many years, probably 15.
You'll notice on the screen, it says, need prayer. Send a request to prayer line. I can't. It's too funny. As if they're doing that now. Now it actually is like a really bad televangelist, though. Like, especially since we leave it up there for so long.
We're back together. Dan will be coming on when he can, probably Monday through Friday. Some Saturdays, no problem. If you see below, I want everyone to know I started a Gmail account for prayer requests. If you send it there, I will run it across the bottom for everyone to see. Okay.
He'll run it across the bottom. So he's saying that he's going to do a prayer request where he runs it across the bottom. Now, I have some things that run across the bottom. Let's see if I can. All right, hold on. This is where your prayer request would go. All right, let's see. There we go. You see mine? So this is what he's going to do with the prayers. He's just going to have them run along the bottom. Which, by the way, there's a limit on how many characters we can put in this message. So I'm not really sure how that's exactly going to work. He's definitely not going to have as many names as all of the names that Chris listed off. And yeah, prayer line 18 alludes that there's 17 other prayer lines. It does. Which I'm very worried about as well. I'm like, who has those email addresses? Maybe we should also be tracking those people. Who are they? You know? But basically, it's just going to be on the bottom of the screen. See, it says, this is where your prayer request would go if you were in the cult. So that's basically all it will do, is just show down there. He's like, yeah, send them to my email and I'll put them along the bottom in the ticker for you. And I'm like, is that really a prayer though? Does that count? I don't know. I've been atheist for a very long time now. But does that count? Or do you have to actually do a prayer? You know, it might depend on what religion, honestly. Pray for the founders, amen. Yeah, see, I don't know why they don't just do that. Happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday. We're praying for all of you. every single person in this thing. All right, let's start the webinar, you know? I guess then it's not personal. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. Not with a bang, not even with a whimper.
Okay, I want new stuff. A lot of the stuff we heard. I just don't want to yell out a bunch of names. Fred Bergman. I want more into it than that.
Sir, you have not even been streaming for a minute the day after you and Chris do your last stream together, and you're already insulting him for his prayers. Lord.
You send it, at least people can read it. They might know somebody on there. So that's what I decided to do. So if you send it to that email, that's what that email is for, and that only. Anyway, I'm going to turn over to Mike. He hasn't been here for a while. This is now live.
How much do you want to bet that Marty forgets to check this email ever again?
Marty, Mike, and Dan. And here's Mike.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. And yeah, it's good to see you back in the saddle. And it really is time to change it, to turn the page and really go back to our roots. Why are we here? What can we do? How can we do it? And I think it's really, really important as we move forward to understand.
And I think it's really important as we move forward to understand that I am a robotic man with no emotion. Like Mike Ellis has always cracked me up. I'm always like, are you Al? You'll never see somebody more like Al. Who has read The Restaurant at the End of the Universe by Douglas Adams? If you have, tell me that the founders remind you of all the people on the Plan B ship. I have not read it, but I will believe you if you tell me that they are very similar. What percent of the internet will Onpassive take? Probably 120%. They'll be in all 3,000 countries.
What you really have in hand and what you can really do. And it's so important for you to understand what you can do. And we're talking about a business. We're talking about finances. We're talking about taking care of that bottom line. We're talking about being able to not only take care of yourself, but take care of your wife, take care of your kids or your husband and kids.
You tell Marty to take care of his tongue because it makes too many appearances in this webinar.
And really, really grasp what you can do. So today, it's just going to be a little different than normal.
Oh my God, it will be like that too. Like Bruce Almighty when he receives billions of prayers by email. Yes. Makes me laugh because they complained about the number of emails they were already getting. And like Marty is the biggest complainer about people contacting him and Chris. All right, like I think we can all agree it's Marty that actually has the problem with it if it's between the two of them. But then for some reason Marty keeps opening up email accounts. He's opened up 4 email accounts aside from just his normal Onpassive account. And people are supposed to email each account for different things. And it's like, I don't know, maybe if you didn't run things like that with 10 different email accounts, you wouldn't get so upset about people emailing you all the time. But the irony is beautiful to me. Because once again, he complained not that long ago, just like a few weeks ago. He was like, people keep writing us emails, asking us questions, and like, we'll tell you what's going on. By the way, if you need a prayer, make sure you email the prayer line 18. It's like, Jesus Christ, Marty. What are you doing? Hey. It's just like, it's endless with these guys. And I don't know how many of these I'll be able to watch.
I'm not going to talk about myself. Most of you have heard my
I was like, thank God. Thank God, because Marty's probably going to tell us his story at least 30 more times.
story, at least what I'm willing to tell. And it's a little bit boring, so I'm not going to go there. What I want to talk about is marketing. Okay. And marketing, it's not.
You know, that would have been a great time for me to be like, stop going there. But, you know, StreamYard won't let me upload short clips anymore on my free account. Has anyone else done the no news gag? No, I don't think so. They should have given out an email address, honestly. I mean, technically they probably will just switch over to Omail if it ever becomes real again. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. I really don't. I know I'm laughing, but I want to cry at the same time. I have no clue. Maybe in another 6 years, they'll get another email client going. I don't know. But that's like kind of the whole thing with like, why are we even doing anything right now? Why are we setting up anything? Because if you believe in this business and that it's about to pop off, right? Everyone's about to be a millionaire from it. Ash just has to flick a little switch, give the go ahead, and then pew, everyone's rich, you know? If that's what you believe, then wouldn't you just like wait until you had the email client? I don't know.
Not a dirty word, guys, and you don't have to be intimidated by that word. Marketing, all it is disseminating information, and Marty says it better than anybody, just sharing information with other people. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when we think about marketing, most people, when they come online and they decide, well, I want to come online, I want to see if I can develop an income, and I'm going to come in, I'm going to learn what I need to learn, and then I'm going to start doing it. And most people, when they do that, they come in and they look at the big picture. They look at those big influencers online, and they're seeing what they do. They're looking at their volume. They're looking at their content. They're looking at their skill set. They're looking at all the things they do. And I can tell you, when you come online and you look at the big picture.
Yeah, Mike isn't married right now, Mike Ellis. He isn't married right now, but I don't know if he was in the past, and I'm not sure about kids. He really doesn't talk about his personal life that much.
It can be extremely intimidating. Okay. And I know that I've talked about numbers for 6 years. I don't do that too much anymore, although I'll get into it just a little bit today. And when you start to look at the numbers, when you start to see how massive everything can be, and you're just coming in because you want to develop an income online.
I do get those vibes, Joe. I do get those vibes.
It really is intimidating. You look at the big influencers and you go, holy mackerel, I can't do that. And what you need to understand, initially, neither could they. It took them decades to be able to do what they do. Now, as you look at the big picture and you see what's going on around you, I want to tell you that's the wrong emphasis. When Marty, Dan, and I came in and we started to follow Ash Mufareh, did we know the big picture? Yeah, we did. We knew the big picture. We'd been doing this a very, very long time, but we did not focus on the big picture. We focused on the little picture.
Now, usually in an MLM, the people that are at the top, when they give a speech like this to you, they have a large team built under them, probably like several downlines and levels, right? I'm talking like 4 or 5 levels under them, you know. And they have made at least some kind of a profit, usually not a big profit, but at least a little bit. And they are faking it till they make it. So on social media, they look like they're doing really, really good, even though behind the scenes they have 10 credit cards maxed out. And they're about to file for bankruptcy. You know, like that's usually what the top MLM hunt is lives look like. But when Mike Ellis comes on here and he does these speeches like he does, it's like, okay, but you haven't sold anything. You haven't sold a bunch of these products. Okay, you're in the same position as anyone who's watching this that's brand new to this thing. Right? You're not in a successful position where you can kind of be like, look at what me and Marty and Dan did to get to where we are today. And I'm going to show you how we did it like other MLM people can do. Right? I don't like it when they do it either, by the way. And I'll still make videos about it. but you're not even there. You don't have even that. Okay? Like, you don't even have that. The bare minimum of being at the top of the pyramid scheme. So it's funny when you're sitting there and you're talking to them about how you guys have been successful, because you're not coming from a place of even being successful only within Onpassive. Like, there is no success here. There's none. So, like, where is this experience coming from, apparently? And why should the people in Onpassive look to you, Mike Ellis, to take advice? You know? Like, what have you done that they haven't done? Dude, you haven't even been at most of these webinars. There's probably people watching this that have been to more Onpassive webinars than you have in this last year. So, and then you're sitting here like, well, if you want to get to where I am, and it's like, okay.
Macro, micro. We focused on the micro, the little picture. And we've always done that. We will come in, we'll see the big picture, but we understand that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to start. You want to start with the small picture. And what does that look like? What does that mean? When you look at the small picture, what you want to focus on is who? Really, who? Who is your audience? KYC, know your customer. Who are you talking to? And then you want to narrow it down even more than that. You want to talk about one person. That's it. One person. And as you come out and you start to talk to people, you're not talking to the masses. You're not talking to the millions. You're talking to one person. That's it. That's what Marty, Dan, and I focused on. And I know people will come in and go, well,
and I'm like, hey, but when? And like, where did that get you? Because like right now, you don't have any products. Your website's been shut down for over a year. And you're settling with the SEC and litigation. Like, I don't, like, when was all this success, Mike?
Well, you know, one person, that's great. But what can I do with one person? It doesn't change my life. It doesn't change being able to support myself or my family. It just doesn't change anything. One person is so powerful. You can't, and I'm going to tell you why they're so powerful.
Okay, Mike, you do that. I can't wait. I love the foreshadowing.
But it is amazing what one individual coming in, when you change their life profoundly, the difference it makes, not only in their life, but your life. And as you come out and you're focusing on one person, a lot of people will come in and they'll go, well, you know, I just want to get this individual, I just want to spark that interest. I want them to get interested so they'll look at what I have. And people will come in and they'll go, okay, I'm going to start with this way over here. And it's relevant to what they're doing, but it's not the best they have. And they start with something that's way down on the rung. And then they'll go, I'll work from there. No, that's not how you do it. when you talk to individuals, when you talk to a single person, you want to start with the very, very best you have. Whatever content you have, the very, very best content you have, that's what you will put in front of people. And I know people, I know at this point, people are going, well, I don't have any content. I'm not a content creator. I don't know what to put in front of people. That's okay. You don't need to worry about that right now. Marty and I will have content. Many people will have content. The company that's coming out will have content. There will be good quality content that you can put in front of people. But you want to remember, when you're talking to an individual, put the very best in front right away. If you can spark that interest, from there, you can give them the details. And
how are they supposed to do that without a product, Mike?
And the details, especially with what we're doing, it just gets better and better and better and better. So one person, best content you got, put it in front of them, and then let it rock and roll.
Was it going to be Bill Musk Productions? Because why do I feel like it's going to be John White and Bill Musk production videos? Like, is that your best content? Because apparently, according to you guys, that they're the marketers. So
this is so important that you understand the macro, the small picture, because the small picture, in my opinion,
right, Joe, I'm scared. I'm like, whose content is the best? I wonder. Out of all their content, who are they going to think is the best? And then I'm like, it's going to be Marty's stupid AI videos and John White and Bill Musk videos. Like, those are the videos people would use. If you told them right now to promote Onpassive using other people's videos, that's where they would go. And I mean, you guys have seen the videos, so need I say more?
Will make you rich. Okay. And I've heard it. I've heard it. Mike, one person ain't going to do anything for me. I get one person. What does that do? It doesn't do anything for me. You have to understand, things are not stagnant. They don't stand still. When you come in and you change your life
I don't know. You guys have been in quite the standstill for over a year now. So, are you sure?
Profoundly. Do you think that individual goes into their closet, does their little happy dance, comes out and doesn't say anything?
No, they don't do a happy dance. They do a dancing diaper robot baby dance. Okay?
That's how it works. It's not human nature. When Marty and I have something really, really special to share with people, man, we can't wait to share it with individuals. And this is the power of one individual, that you change their life profoundly, and you change in a way where their finances are just going to change. They're not going in their closet.
See, now we're going back to finances. So now it is more about money again. Because you guys just tried to convince everyone that this had nothing to do with money and it was all about saving humanity. And then Mike comes on and talks for half an hour about finances. So
they're coming out and they're doing their happy dance in public. And eventually it will come around and they will talk to individuals and they're going to ask them, what are you doing? They can't wait to tell them. This is the key. You want individuals that you bring in not to share it within the circle, within our group, within the group that we have. We want them to go outside the circle and share it with those individuals, because when they give their testimonial, people are going to get very, very excited, even though they might not show it. And they're going to go out, they're going to give their testimonial, they're going to be excited about it, and people are going to look at them, and when they're done, they're going to go, wow, that's really, really cool.
No, they're not, Mike. They're not. I'm sorry. They're gonna go, isn't Meta already doing that? Didn't they already do that like 10 years ago? That's what's gonna happen. Because this thing isn't launching until 2052 at this rate.
Can that happen to me? Boom. It's game over.
And what happened? You too can be bankrupt from Onpassive. almost be evicted from your home, not have any groceries to feed your family? Doesn't that sound exciting? And being permanently made to wait for whenever this man in Florida enjoying his summer decides to come and grace us with his presence and tells us that the new company is starting now. We are so lucky. Join today.
Over. That's the power of one. One turns into 2, turns into 4, turns into 8, turns into 16, turns into 32, turns into 64, and on.
Math!
This is the power of one. This is the power of micro. This is the power of keeping it very, very tight and easy for individuals to understand. Let's talk about the numbers.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
Just very, very quickly. These are just illustration, guys. These are things that go around in my head. What can happen when you...
Is that all that's going on in your head? You're not. It's like a tumbleweed going around in there. Got some other voices in there too, don't you, Mike?
talk to one individual and how that can how that can affect the future in really, really cool ways.
At this rate.
And I thought,
great at this rate, it's going to be Marty's great-grandchildren. Guys, we're finally launching. My grandpappy would be so proud. Like, that's what's going to happen. Hi, Nani, good to see you. It's just like another 7 years. It's been 7 years.
I thought I'd come on and I talk about, okay, let's say you can come in and you can bring in 120 sales in a year. That's not very many. And understand when I'm talking about this, you're not alone. You're not a lone wolf. You have a whole community that's going to support you.
That's not very
But I didn't
many.
want to go there. I thought those numbers were too big. So I thought, well, let's do it with 60. I said, nah, that's too big. We don't even need to do that. Let's start bringing in 30 people in a year. 30 people. That's absolutely nothing. It's a little more than 2 a month. And again, you're not alone.
Marty looks so bored, and for most of this, it looks like his glasses are crooked to me.
You're going to get a lot of help doing this. But if you were able to bring in 30 people in a year's time, a little less than 2 a month, over the course of the year, cumulatively, you would make right around $1,800 cumulatively. That's a sale. Make
$1,800 a year. Wow. I'm definitely going to be a millionaire. Sign me up.
commission. Let's say the product was $120. You made 50% commission. You made $60. You made 30 sales, $1,800 for the year. That's not too bad. Most people never make that in their life.
I thought this wasn't MLM, right? Scam 2 people a month, right? It's not MLM. It's just made up exactly like an MLM, and you're going to recruit like in an MLM and sell products like in an MLM. And it is going to be kind of like a 3x10 matrix system, but it's not an MLM because we're calling it the supercalifragilistics. That's what we're going to call it instead. So, not MLM, see? Affiliate is what it is.
Line. But it's better than that. Let's say you're selling a product and
let's just say you're selling a product, Mike. Because you haven't even done that yet. Hey, you could have just ended there. You know? Let's say we actually had a product. Let's say that after 7 years of being a company, we finally have a product.
you have to resubscribe for it monthly.
Lord.
Okay, so every month people come in, they use the product. Why are they using the product? It helps their digital transformation. Products, superior technology, above market.
I don't know, to spite me. Why are people using Onpassive products? Because they hate Queen of Karma. Okay, I don't know why any of you would use any of these. I don't know. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a very long time before any of this is going to happen.
Value, lower price point. It just makes their life easier online, whether it's individual, whether it's business.
Remember, apparently the new fucking company is not going to be anything like the old company. Although they did still allude that it would have something to do with AI and there might be video conferencing, they still are saying that it's not at all the same. So why Mike is talking as if it is the same is beyond me. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, there's the government. They're going to come in, they're going to use it. And because the technology is as good as it is, because the price is really, really good, they're going to come in.
Which again, we don't know that either. We have no clue what the price is. We do not know. We're supposed to wait for Ash. So, like, again, my whole thing, and if you did know anything about marketing and sales, you would know that you probably shouldn't pump it up right now as being like really affordable and super cheap because you have no clue what it is going to be. You don't know. So you're going to set up probably half of the audience at least to be disappointed if a product does come out in the future with a price on it. You've already fucked up half of the sales you could make by doing this. And again, if you guys were such sales marketing gurus as you claim, you would know not to set expectations so high. And be telling people like, oh, it's going to be the cheapest thing on the market, but the best thing on the market. And all this hoopla, right? But, you know, here we are again.
And they're going to resubscribe every
Nobody
single
listens
month.
to me.
So the last month of that first year, you're going to make $1,800. Now, for me, that's very, very exciting. I went for years and years, and I didn't make anything. If I could have made $1,800 in a year, I would have been elated. But it's bigger than that. Those individuals that are buying are going to continue to re-up and buy. So the next month, you're going to make $1,800. And again, nothing is stagnant. This is going to continue out. You're going to bring in that 2.5 or whatever customers are. So your income is going to continue to increase. So if you go another year, at the end of that year, what are you making? It's not $1,800, guys. It's $21,000. That's year 2. Year 3, $42,000. Year 4. You see how the numbers go, guys? And I'll let you do that exercise. You can look at the numbers and play with them.
Oh,
And there are a lot of variables.
We see. It doesn't mean I agree with it, but I see what you're doing there.
In there. But if you start small, if you bring in 1 goes to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, and so on. And then as you take it out over 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and you continue to grow your business, and it's not hard to do. We're talking about 30 sales a year. Anybody can do that, especially with what I believe is.
Yeah, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, right, Mike? That's what you do. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coming.
Dot,
And if you do that, by the time you get to year 5, guess what you have? You have freedom. You have what an appropriate time to talk about freedom and liberty. We just got done with 4th of July. It's 4th of July weekend. And we're celebrating our independence, our liberty, and our freedom.
Oh, yes. The USA. The country that said if you're tired, if you're hungry, if you're poor, unless Trump's president, then we don't want you no more. Happy 4th of July.
When we talk about what we're doing, what do we really do? We change lives. We show people how to get to point A to point B. This is how you do it. Don't look at the large picture, the macro. It will blow your mind.
That's my problem. My thing is that there is no getting from point A to point B in this. And the reason why you and Marty and allegedly Dan Street are positioned so high up in this thing is because Marty really knew how to pucker up and kiss Ash's ass. That was so hard to say for me. All right? He kissed Ash's ass like crazy and basically became, his right-hand guy here. he did that, but you also signed up at the start. So there's some extra steps here that you guys have taken that future O-founders, no matter what they do, they will never be able to do that. Nobody is going to be replacing Marty DeGarmo. I think he would also have a problem with that, and he's your friend, so you shouldn't be pushing for it. How dare you, Mike? You asshole. But yeah, it's like there is no success here with selling of products or recruiting people. So if you're speaking about your success right now and how you guys got to the position you did, it's like, yeah, you signed up in 2018 and then Marty really knew how to suck up. That's how. And since you signed up first thing in 2018 and Marty sucked up so hard, it kind of just put you at the top, you know? But again, it's not something that can be duplicated, and you're acting like it is. And that's what's so frustrating. Pretty sure the statutes say yearning to be free, not yearning for free stuff. But hey, we're happy to send them to Canada. Do it. We'll take them all. Good morning, Foot Soldier. Hello, Danny. Good to see you. Yeah, it's like they're acting like, oh, if you guys just do what we do, then you'll be successful like us. And I'm like, okay, well, your success, which I guess we would have to say is the position that you put yourselves in the pyramid. That's really the only success that they've had here, right? Like I said, there's no recruiting. There's no selling of products. I mean, they claim they recruited most of the people. But it's not like we have any data to prove, like, I don't even know if Ash knows who's under who right now, you know? So it's like, it's just like, come on, man. What are we doing here? Are you going to do a lesson in that, Mike? Don't be a dream stealer. People need to have dreams. That's right.
Eventually you can go there, but go there when you're financially independent. Stay on the macro, stay with the small numbers. You do not, I'll give you a quick example and then I'll turn it back over to Marty.
Okay.
I heard this the other day. I thought it was so brilliant.
Marty's sitting there right now thinking, I traded Chris in for this. This is what I traded Chris in for. This speech about finances and macros. Thank you, Danny, for the $8.99. I will.
Individual comes on, he does a video, and he
Scammer's throat clear.
Gets 50, 60, maybe 70 views.
And
he goes to the guy he's working with, and this guy's an influencer. He does very, very well. And he says, this just isn't going to work. I do my YouTube channel. I get 50, 60, 70 views, and I can't do anything with that. It's not going to improve my life. I just can't do anything that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back to one individual, that's all you're trying to get, one individual. And his mentor came back and he said, listen, I have in the other room, there are 70 people in the other room.
Yes, he did.
And they want you to come in and talk to them. They're interested in what you have to say. And the gentleman, it was a guy, got very...
Well, I would hope that the gentleman was a guy, Mike. I mean, hey, trans rights. But, like, you did call him a gentleman, so I did kind of assume that the gender was male. Maybe I'm a bigot, I don't know. But usually that's how it works, Mike. Thank you.
Very excited about talking to 70 people one-on-one.
No, it's Onpassive.
And then the guy said, what did I just do? I just got you excited about talking to 70 people, and you were poo-pooing that your video only got in front of 70 people. It's the same thing. Whether you're talking to them face-to-face in a room or you're talking to them online, it's the same thing. And what are you looking for? What are you looking for? One person. What content can you put in front of that one person that will get them engaged so that you can explain everything about what you're doing?
Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And usually it's easier to get a sale in person than it is over the telephone, for example, because you can read people's body language. When you're looking at them, right, you can read facial expressions. And if you're any good at sales, then you know how to kind of do that while you're speaking. And it's almost like cold reading people. Honestly, it kind of is. So you have that to kind of play off of if you're doing that sort of thing in person that you wouldn't have if you're just making a video. And then making a video and uploading it is not the same as having a conversation. And having a conversation, even in a live stream chat, isn't the same as having a conversation on the phone, which then isn't the same as having a conversation in person. I'm a little bit like, what do you mean they're all the same thing? It's not, though. I get what you're saying, like 70 people, it's the same thing whether you talk to them online or in person. You still have the same chance probably of getting one of them to sign up, but it isn't as easy, I would say. And it's definitely not at all the same sort of thing.
Don't worry about the content right now. Just worry about the concept. This concept will work for anybody. And the numbers that we're talking about, they're so low. Anybody in the world can do this, especially with the backing that they have. Marty, Dan, myself, Mr. Mufara, and many, many others. This is such a neat place to be. I want to turn the page and focus.
Again, why is it a neat place to be? How is it any different than where you were a month ago?
On what we're doing, what's coming, and what you need to do. And when you do that, you're going to get really, really excited.
Again, it's like, have you not been doing that for the last 7 years? Like, how much more of that do we have to do?
Excited about how quickly I believe Mr. Mufara is going to come out and start talking to us about other things. Marty, I'll turn it back over to you, and we'll just toss it around. But these are great times.
Don't toss anything around, oh my. He wants to toss Marty's salad.
Times, guys, get excited where you are, what you're doing, and what you're learning. Marty, go ahead.
Super fantastic. Yeah, I think
that was the least enthused, super fantastic that I've ever heard in my fucking life. Super fantastic. I think we need Chris back. I don't know about the energy here.
your dreams should be massive, but when you fish, you catch one fish at a time, right? But once you learn how to do it, then I'll give you an example. I used to go fishing with.
Oh no, he's turning into Ash Mufara. He started the analogy and stopped halfway through and then went, I'll give you an example. And now he's telling us a story. And it probably is not going to have anything to do with fish or whatever other thing he was apparently talking about.
With Zach and my brother-in-law. We're in the same boat. We're using the same bait. Okay. And he is catching fish one after another. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's the same area. It was his approach and his technique mattered. It mattered where content would come in. Now, let's remember this. We're not going to
So it does matter if you're in person or over the phone. Or
talk about where we're going. We don't know where we're going. We know that the outcome will be fantastic. It's that simple. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I mean, what we've seen, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. But
did we miss the proof? Did we accidentally eat it with the pudding? What do you mean the proof is in the pudding? You don't have a website even right now. You're a company that doesn't even have a website. You don't have products. the proof is in the pudding. Some shit pudding.
I know this, and this hasn't changed. Anything that we're involved with Mr. Mufara, the tools needed for you to have the content you need will be there. Now, I've always said, whatever's coming, whatever it happens, if you go
Yes, the company is alive.
look at the pop-up, I'm pretty excited over that. Whatever it is, it's bigger and better and bigger and
Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. Sign me up to anything. The company could be murdering baby puppies, and I would be completely fine with it. I'm here to do whatever Ash Mufara wants to do. It's like, don't do that. Don't ever do that. The fact that you don't even care is kind of worrisome.
crazier than we thought.
And it's funny because, like, so much this past year, I have spent watching people signing up for things where they don't even know the product, the name of the company. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, something is going on right now. I don't know if it's because everything sucks right now and there's war everywhere. Nobody can afford groceries. So everyone's seeking some extra income and they're desperate. I don't know what it is. But I feel like more than ever right now, people are just willing to sign up for anything. They're like, yeah, I don't care what it sells. They're going to let me know in 3 weeks what the product will be. And I'm like, what do you mean? All right, if an influencer even tries to market one product that they haven't tried properly, they get torn apart out here and canceled. The whole beauty community has a shit fit. Right? That Michaela Noguera girl or whatever her name is. And all of the beauty products she was trying. And everyone was like, you can't actually use that. But for some reason, then there's thousands of people that are like, I'll sign up for the company, even though I don't know the name. And I have no clue what product I'll be promoting. Put me down on the list. Here's my $100. It's like, why? Why are we doing this? Don't do that. Ever. Never. Whatever it is, it's bigger and better than anything else out there. Yeah, sure thing, stupid. It's like, how do you know? You don't know what it is. Like, you can't even make that statement. You don't even know what it is. So what do you mean? Right? It's like, Lord, Revive was only one of a long strain of them. There's been so many. It's insane. It's like, no, don't go back to doing that. Don't do that. Don't ever agree to sell something when you don't know what the fuck it is or what the name of the company is. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. It's so horrifying to me that there's just people that are like willing to do that. That makes my anxiety want to scream at my anxiety.
Here's the point. Whatever happens, you can go quicker. How? Many different ways. 7 months down the road, 8 months down the road, start talking about what your life is like today. What is your life like this day? And maybe.
So now we're going to have people in 7-8 months from now going, remember when Marty said that we would all be getting together around now, talking about how great our lives are?
It's 6 months, 7 months, a year. Have people come on, do it. A couple of people come in and kind of a testimonial. That's powerful. Look, I know why people get crazy in so-called marketing is you throw the word marketing out.
So-called marketing?
Their tail automatically goes between their legs. They're afraid they have to do something. They're not comfortable. They feel uncomfortable because
Your anxiety just needs to recruit 3 more anxieties, and they need to recruit 3, and then everything will be okay.
Most times they're pushing something they don't really care about. Let's remember something. We will have AI products.
Pushing something they don't care about. We don't know what we're going to be selling. We just say it's good. It's great. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Best thing on the market. The hypocrisy, just like you're not cluing in. Like, obviously, I can't trust that you back the product because you're willing to promote anything that comes out of Ash's ass. I swear, you would sell his poop if you could. And Salo would buy it, probably. So, you're welcome. But I don't understand how you can make a statement like this about other companies where you're like, there's people out there that promote things that they don't even believe in. And then you're like the opposite. You're literally the opposite of that in a way, where you're like, I'll promote anything as long as Ash Mufara had a hand in creating it. And it could be the biggest piece of shit like O-Connect was. And you guys will say it's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. And then a year later, you'll claim, well, we kind of saw problems with it. It's ridiculous.
Very high demand. So it's not like we're going out and selling something that you have to convince people they need it. They already know they need it. They're using it now. Video conferencing. If we have that, which I believe we will.
If we have that, which I believe we will. Should never be something that you're saying when you're marketing a company.
Do I have to go out to convince people that they love video conferencing? I don't think so. I think 2020 to now pretty much proved that millions of people use it every single day. I can't think of a day I don't use it, or some kind of broadcasting. Look at Restream here. It's a monthly fee. It's a monthly fee. So every time I pay, somebody's receiving a commission. Now, do they have a commissionable business?
You can do the affiliate link, but then they don't receive a commission on like the Restream or the StreamYards. You get a little thank you gift, and that's it. I think if you get so many sign-ups with your referral link, then they give you like $20 or something like that. It's that kind of thing. But you're not building teams of people underneath you. It's not at all the same thing. Affiliate marketing and MLMs, very different. All right? Affiliate marketing, there's only one level under you. And you're not constantly recruiting and selling product. Building teams, coaching, and all that stuff. Although some affiliate marketing things have coaches, it's not as likely. MLM, 3 levels or more, and that's what Onpassive is, whether you want to call it that or not.
I don't think so. I think the commissions go right to the big dog. And is it expensive? Yeah. I don't pay for it, by the way, just so you know. Can't afford it. But here's what's up. When we get in, when things get moving forward, and we're in a business that is not based on profits alone. I don't want to say it's never based on profits, but I want whatever the outcome is.
What else is it based off of, though? Recruiting?
Wherever we're going is to make massive amount of money. Why? If the company's strong, we're
just to spite me again, I swear.
Strong. It's that simple. But the beauty, like I said,
not everyone has a Zoom account. All right, not everyone right now even has a Zoom account. Unless you use Zoom for work. or you're like Danny DeHeck and you love going on to Zoom to mess with people's MLM meetings, you might not have Zoom. And like, you know this, Marty. So what makes you think that every single person is going to sign up for OConnect? You know, not that I have to say it again or anything, but it makes no sense.
Together. You're not alone. Let's just assume we get the picture, we look at it and go, oh my God. And that's what I think we're going to do. Holy moly guacamole. We're part of
Holy moly guacamole? It's holy moly guacamole.
this. Oh my God. Some of us will have a little better grasp. Those people, because of who we are and what we've been, you don't think we're going to lend a hand to somebody else? Look, we don't have to build it for them. I believe everything you need.
What do you mean we're not going to lend a hand to someone else? Are you talking about Oblast again? I hope not. We're nowhere near that yet.
In the future, will be in a virtual toolbox. You pull the drawer open. I want this. There it is. I want this. There it is. I want to be able to do this. Here you go. And to be able to take that, just take that concept in your head and go to Africa, especially my brothers and sisters from there, and share it with people that are some of the highest educated people on the planet. Problem is, they have nothing to do. The businesses aren't there.
What?
I've been doing AI news every day because I want to know what's going on. Even the good, the bad, the ugly, by the way. Some of it, people get scared.
You've been doing that for like a week, Marty. Marty acts like this is a series that he's been doing for years or something. It's new. He just started it. And some of them are kind of funny.
I'm about, oh my God, this is happening. I got a video I want to play anyway. But I do want to remind everybody at noon, it's 9:30 now, 10:30, 11:30, 2.5 hours. Myself and the one and only Mr. Mike Ellis are going on OTech Roundtable. And
OTech
Mike's going to go over some stuff and we feed off each other anyway. Doesn't matter.
You beat off each other? I hope not.
What it is. But I'm excited.
No, I don't know. Okay, maybe you do. Never floats your boat. Who am I to judge?
I believe, look, if I wasn't excited about who we're with, what we're with, the power of what I know.
Then you guys wouldn't be jerking each other off, at least, right?
And I don't know everything. Why would I stay? This is my I'm going on my 7th year.
Because you finally cracked the MLM code and found the Holy Grail. All right? That's why. The only way you can be successful in an MLM is if you're one of the first people to sign up in it. And then you really, really kiss a lot of ass. And you've done that. If you leave this thing right now, you would have to go join another MLM and you'd be at the bottom of the pyramid, which is not where you want to be, right? So to you, you are at the top of this pyramid and you have a team underneath you. Why the heck would you give that up? Like you say, you've been trying to do this for 20 years and find success in it, you know?
I could have sold lollipops in Alaska and made money. Maybe not a lot, but I'm just saying that I stayed because, oh my God, how could you look anywhere else? You all know the statistics. Everyone here that knows the statistics of the last.
No, do you what? You tell us, Marty. Tell us again. What are the statistics? The statistics of the success of MLMs.
Last 6 years. How many businesses popped up in the last 6 years? And some of us said, I gotta know. I gotta try. I'm not even mad at you for it. Everybody lives in a different world. Everybody has different, people are kind of desperate. I get it. Only thing I'm worried about is if you're desperate and money is that tight, if you go to a business that sounds MLM, smells MLM, you're going to lose money. And that's the thing I'm worried about. Not so much that you tried it. If you could just try it and not get burnt, okay. They're not designed that way. That's the reason I care. I'm not
The irony.
mad at anybody. You do whatever it is you want to do. But I've warned people of things 6 years ago, and I would do it now. But we're way past that. I don't, people tell me, this guy posted this guy posted that. I don't care anymore. I care about you. Who cares?
Yeah, thank King. Thanks so much. Thank you, King, for letting us know. Nowadays, Marty is streaming with Mike Ellis, by the way. Thank you so much for letting us know.
People that want to make a difference. Watch us every day. We'll come up with more news. We'll try to stay relevant of what we can.
We'll come up with more news. We'll tell you what the news is. We'll deliver the news to you. We'll share the news. That's not what they said. Marty said, we'll come up with the news. Talk about fake news. Fake news. If Marty's coming up with it,
Ash's pop-up said, pay attention there because more news will be coming out.
That's not really what it said, but it did say the same thing it always fucking says. It's coming soon, any day now. Don't give up on us and our scam.
I did text him. He couldn't emphasize enough that just wait. Just wait. And I knew what that meant. No matter what dog crap he walked through, whatever low crawling he did under barbed wire, missiles shooting over his head, all the haters. I don't get it. Because common sense to me, what was done wrong? Nothing. I don't have to be here. Anyway, so yeah, I loved it. Let me play a video real quick. I'm doing these because I could do a real quick AI in the news today, and it kind of summarizes. They're coming up with new stuff every day. And if it makes it a little simple for you guys, then why not do it?
Okay, no, you have to stop doing that, Marty, okay? AI is not a genius. So, I hope you are double checking the facts and all of that. Even bleaker, you mean some other delay or some other famous streaming partner? Yeah, we have to wait for the SEC case until September 5th now. So, that kind of sucks. I would say Ash really is winning, but Ash is so stupid he's probably agreeing to a settlement that includes prison time for a civil case. It can't happen. It can't turn into criminal. But it hasn't yet. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I hope this plays.
AI is changing lives, and not just for tech geeks. Here are 5 amazing AI tools helping everyday people right now. 1. AI personal assistants. Alexa, what's my schedule? From setting reminders to ordering groceries, voice AIs are like personal helpers in your pocket. 2. AI for healthcare. AI apps now detect skin.
Again, Onpassive won't have anything to do with that.
cancer, monitor heart health, and even schedule doctor visits, saving time and lives.
Do you guys want Ash Mufara to be monitoring your heart health? I don't even want him to monitor me when I have a cold. Okay?
3. AI tutors for kids apps like ScribeSense and Conmigo help students learn math, science, and languages, like having a tutor 24/7. 4. AI for the visually impaired apps like Be My Eyes use AI to describe surroundings for blind users. That's empowerment in action. 5. AI job and resume. Builders need a resume?
There is not one blind person that approves of this message.
AI builds one in seconds and even helps prep you for interviews. Job hunting just got smarter. AI isn't the future, it's the now. Follow for more amazing tech that's changing lives every day.
AI isn't the future, it's the now. I hate it.
Stuff like that didn't take that long. It's 40 seconds long. It kind of summarizes of the day. I have one more and then turn it back over to Mike.
AI news you need to know, July 4th, 2025. Let's dive into what's shaping our AI-powered world today.
Oh, this is what's going on with AI today.
1. Education and AI cheating. Schools are cracking down. 89% of students admit to using AI tools like ChatGPT. So now, many are switching back to handwritten exams. Back to the pen and paper era. 2. Microsoft layoffs. Microsoft is cutting
so that the kids actually learn.
9,000 jobs while doubling down on AI investments. It's a major sign. Automation and AI are reshaping the workforce fast. 3. The EU AI Act timeline. The European Commission just confirmed the AI Act is moving forward. No delays. General AI rules hit in August 2025 and stricter regulations for high-risk AI by August 2026. 4. Big tech and copyright rulings. US courts are siding with tech giants like OpenAI, Meta, and Google. They can legally use public content to train AI under fair use.
Oh, so you're okay with art theft and with them stealing from your fellow content creators. Wonderful. Great news. Such an ethical company Onpassive V.E.C.
Game changer for creators and copyright law. 5. Global expansion. Qatar's Urdu just launched a sovereign AI cloud powered by NVIDIA. Meanwhile, South Australia is investing in green hyperscale AI data centers powered by wind and solar. 6. Voice AI startups. 11 Labs, the voice AI startup, is going global and eyeing a future IPO. With a 3.3B valuation, the future of synthetic voices is louder than ever. 7. AI and democracy concerns. Journalist Karen Howe warns in her new book, Empire of AI. Unregulated AI is hurting democracy, workers, and the planet. Time to ask, who's really in control? 8. 4th of July innovation.
Please tell me you're kidding. I can't tell because you see, I'm hoping that this week we're going to cover a cult that actually does worship AI. And it's not robo-theism again. It's becoming an actual thing on here. So I don't know if they're joking or not.
Fireworks? Nah. This year's Independence Day shows are powered by AI drones and AR apps. Welcome to the future of celebration.
Oh yeah?
That's your AI.
There were no fireworks this year in the US? Okay, interesting.
AI update for July 4th, 2025. Like, share, and comment which headline shocked you the most. And don't forget to subscribe for daily AI insight. We're just getting started.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to Mike. We've been about 30 minutes, and let him say a few words and then I'll close it out.
Thank God for that, huh?
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. Just a couple things. I want people to be aware. Number one, AI, I agree with Marty. It's going to be a terrific tool for us, honest, clean, and ethical. But I have to tell you, and this just happened yesterday, I watched a gentleman, he's a big influencer, and he came on and he was promoting an insurance company. And that particular video got 3 million views in like 4 hours. It was AI created. And the reason I say this, I want you, if you see anything online with Mr. Mufara in it, be very, very cautious and contact Marty or contact some of the leaders to make sure it really is Mr. Mufara. Because this video, I mean, I was sold. I thought it was him, period.
Really? That's kind of crazy. There's so many of those fake videos happening right now on YouTube. I've got a whole bunch of ads where they'll take some public figure. For some reason, they really like the Shark Tank guys. They've used the Shark Tank people a lot. I don't know why. But they'll take them and then they'll have them be like, I found an automated system that really worked well for me and I made thousands of dollars. You should click the link below. And it looks really fucking fake. You just got to pay attention a little bit.
That's how good AI is. Now, with what we're doing, it's honest, clean, and ethical. Always, all the time, every time. So I don't worry about that. But you have to be cognizant of what's going on there with those people who aren't quite honest, clean, and ethical. So just keep that in mind. Last thing.
What, as Ash Mufara? Oh yeah, Lord, if they're less ethical than Ash Mufara, then what are they, murderers? I mean, what? Jesus.
Thing I want to talk about just very, very quickly. You know, Marty, Dan, and I, we've done a lot of things online, and we always got very, very excited about the next thing. We would get into something, we'd think it's the best thing in the world, we'd do everything we could, and we'd find out in a very, very short period of time, it's just not it. It's not what we want to do. It doesn't do what we want to do.
But this time we decided that we would stay in this one for 7 years. Well, it didn't do what we wanted it to do. And we would try something different.
So this period of time, as Mr. Mufara is looking at phase 2 and will be bringing that out, we're extremely excited. But it's so much more than that because we know about phase 1. We know
phase 2. I thought it wasn't going to be called that anymore.
About lessons learned. We know about what Mr. Mufara has done. And we know that as Mr. Mufara comes out, it's going to be better than any of us can even dream.
And it's like we're desensitized to their excitement. And they'll be like, guys, it's coming any day now. I'm super excited. And we'll be like, so it's just a regular MLM Monday then? Like, you're always excited. They change the color of the button on a website and all of you get very excited, you know? Like the bars are so low.
Dream about it's going to be better than what's expected. It's a time to get excited about your life and what's coming and the ability to change your life in really, really good ways. So understand, Mr. Mufara, his philosophy hasn't changed. His vision hasn't changed.
They all just keep calling it the New Direction Company. The Great New Direction Company.
His heart hasn't changed.
Sounds
He's here to help each and every one of us. And I believe shortly he's going to come out and talk about those things. Get excited. It's going to be real and it's going to be fun. Marty, back to you. That's all I got for today.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I'll have more with the OTech pros. I'll kind of tell you where we are today. It'll get you bouncing off the walls. Come on in and listen to Marty and I and the OTech pros. It's going to be good.
Why is Mike Ellis saying that to Marty like he has more information about what's going on than Marty does? That was weird.
Go ahead, Marty.
Beautiful. As on the post says, while we can't share full details just yet, in days ahead.
Yeah, the Canadian PM thing is an AI video. Probably. And I love Julie Anderson. Definitely go and check that out. There's a whole bunch of them like that, though. They're all taking like someone famous, right? And then like, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I just know what to look for. Because like I have seen a couple where I've been like, huh, now that one might be able to fool somebody. But for the most part, I'm like, people know these are fake, right? But again, you think people would know not to join MLMs when they don't know what products they have. And here we are.
You will see for yourself that we'll be bringing you updates. We are confident you will want to see.
Onpassive, based on a true story we've been making up as we go along, pretty much. Because I feel like Ash is definitely making up a lot of it as he goes along.
Keep checking your back office. The story isn't over. In fact, it's just begun. So I wanted to emphasize that, which is pretty good. I want to thank everybody for being here. 350 people, nice. We stand with Ash Mipara, absolutely. There were some crazy questions. I don't answer those. When it's ready, it'll be ready. And I believe this just like everything else. One day, when we know the story we don't know now, when we know it, we're going to go, oh, that makes sense. No wonder why that happened. You see what I mean? So in the meantime, I want build yourself. Get yourself ready mentally, physically even.
Again, what's the story that we don't know? You're choosing not to know it. You can go to hunbot.net and you will know it. So I don't really know. I mean, it's not hard. You got sued, and then your accounts got frozen because you're being investigated by Dubai police of all the police. Of all the police to get you in trouble. Okay, listen, you know you're running a scam. Okay? And you can ask anyone this. All right? You can go to Julie Anderson and ask her. Go to Always Marco. Go ask Aaron Bees even. Go ask whoever you want. I assure you, they will all tell you that you know you have done fucked up in your scam when even the Dubai police have frozen your accounts and are investigating you for some kind of fraud. Okay? Like that's, you can't fuck it up more than that. Usually, you don't get in trouble in Dubai for these things. And this is what I mean. You guys managed to somehow even do that. So it's like, when you fuck up, you really do fuck up. Take it all the way. You're in it to win it for sure. It's like, it's ridiculous.
For me, for what's coming, because
like you could know more about what's going on than you do about what's coming. If you would just like take a minute and maybe do your own research. You know, there's evidence you can see to know what's happening.
Can't help anybody if you're not ready to help. And you can't help anybody if they don't believe you have anything to offer. And we have something big to offer.
Yep.
Big, 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 big. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Come see myself and Mike on OTech Pros at noon. I'm going to do that. And then I'm off for the day because I'm going to my daughter's to suck up some sun. And whatever it is I'm going to do, I'm not sure. Okay. But anyway, thank you, everybody, and have a great, fantastic day. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.
Good news is Marty doesn't have his oxygen, so that's good. Hopefully he is doing better physically. But isn't that such a tone change? Like, this is Marty's daily show now. You know? We did have Chris Johnson on there with him every day. And yeah, Chris yelled a lot. But at least he was kind of fun. At least there was actual excitement in the room with us during those webinars. I feel like Mike enters the room and all the excitement gets sucked out of it. I don't know. He's just so like serious and then robotic. And I find him very hard for me to like read as a person. Maybe it's on purpose. I don't know. New show, same chair. That's exactly it. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I really had to show you guys kind of that back to back. I wanted you to really see the switch in the tone of the shows. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. They're going to be going live, I believe, in a couple hours. Is it 8 p.m. Eastern that they're doing their live tonight? So they have also changed the time of their live streams. Their live streams are now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which actually might work better for me in terms of stream sniping. I'm just going to say it. I mean, that's a decent time for me. If I'm having a later night and I feel like it, just kind of stream snipe, you know? So I don't know if they're changing the time because they're hoping to mess with me and my content or not. Who knows? I'm just throwing it out there. But if that is in the back of their mind at all, they're doing an awful job of it. That's all I wanted to say about that. So yeah, the SEC case is still on standstill, but it sounds like they have reached a settlement. They have until September 5th for the commission to accept it. The back office in Onpassive is wishing everyone a happy 4th of July still and assuring us that, you know, this isn't the end. It's only the beginning. And Marty's show sucks now. And I'm pretty sure that he was very, very annoyed with Chris for his prayers. I mean, why else would he bring it up within the first minute of his show with Mike Ellis the next day? It was just kind of silly. I was like, oh, wow, now he's really been waiting to get that off his chest. He hated those prayers. That was awful for him, wasn't it? Mike's only excitement is to lie through his teeth about the numbers and compensation. Yeah, I guess he's been calling himself the numbers guy again, and people were like, I think Andy Burks is going to want to say something about that. So it'll be interesting. Interesting. I cannot wait to kind of see how it goes. I am going to still be watching it. It's 6 p.m. for Mike Ellis. That makes sense. I guess he would be on a different time. I don't know. But yeah, I guess they're going to be going live in the evening now. So you can watch that if you so choose. It will be at 8 p.m. Eastern from now on. They're saying, I don't know about tomorrow, so they haven't set it up yet. But that's what they're claiming now. So we'll have to see. Maybe it will get more exciting when they stream in the evening. I don't know. Like maybe Mike Ellis throws down in the evening. Like, I don't know. Maybe he has some margaritas and loosens up a bit, and he's more fun at 8 p.m. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Let me know if you guys want me to react to the OTEC pros or the heroes from this past week. I got to tell you, they're getting shorter, and there didn't seem to be much on it that seemed that important. I just want to kind of have fun with this now before things get all serious again. So that will be interesting. No, he did not say that it's Mike Ellis, by the way. And I think it's because Marty sort of introduced him. You know, like Marty was like, hey, it's me here. And now I'm with Mike Ellis and da-da-da. So Marty wrecked it. Blame Marty for that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to go eat dinner because it just got done cooking a few minutes ago and I'm hungry. So please do give this a like on your way out. Subscribe if you're new here. All of the beautiful people do. I would really appreciate it if you would. Make sure that you share this out and spread the word about this scam because you never know. Someone you know might be getting preyed on by one of these alleged 1.4 million people in Onpassive. And they should know that this thing is not something to get involved in. And, we'll just keep on watching it and see what happens. Stay skeptical and stay safe out here and stay tuned, because the next time you see me, we're going to be talking about a very interesting Zen mummy and her weird AI cult. Hopefully it will be either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll let you guys know. I'm almost done everything I need to do for the stream, so it kind of depends on, when I get that done. But it will either be tomorrow or Wednesday, so I will see you then. I love all your faces. Bye! And like always, we're in it to win it!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call. Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3 Minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. It's not the answer you want.
Yeah.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy and talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Have a fabulous night.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.